6.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brian Mastry.
And I'm Erin Sullivan. Let's get right into our top 6 headlines at 6.
We've learned the identities of the 2 Iowa National Guard members killed in Syria. Sergeant William Howard from Marshalltown and Sergeant Edward Torres Tovar from Des Moines area. Officials say they were ambushed by a lone suspected ISIS gunman. President Trump has promised serious retaliation.
A University of Nebraska regent accused of driving drunk and causing a serious crash could lose her position. Senator Kathleen Kauth says she will file articles of impeachment against Elizabeth O'Connor. Prosecutors say O'Connor's blood alcohol level was 4 times the legal limit after a head-on crash in Benson in May. The car O'Connor hit had 5 people inside, including 3 young children.
Nebraska quarterback Dylan Raiola reportedly plans to enter the transfer portal when it opens next month. The former 5-star recruit started 2 seasons with Big Red. He was on the bench for most of November after suffering a broken fibula in the USC game.
15 people were killed and more than 24 hospitalized after a Hanukkah event in Australia this weekend. Officials say the shooting was a targeted attack on Jewish people. Here in Omaha, the Jewish community is responding. How they're working to keep themselves safe this holiday season in a few minutes.
The 32-year-old son of Hollywood icon Rob Reiner was arrested on suspicion of murder in the stabbing death of his parents. Prosecutors will consider formal charges against Nick Reiner tomorrow.
A young man accused of carrying out a deadly shooting on his 19th birthday could face life behind bars if convicted. Kashmir Burse is charged with first-degree murder for the death of 18-year-old Darren Greer. Omaha police say the shooting happened Friday night at North 61st and Bedford Ave. Burse allegedly admitted he planned to buy vapes from the victim.
Okay.